Hey guys, man, so film photography is back, or actually kind of never really left, you know? The big question, the big elephant in the room is like, hey, why are people shooting film photography in 2024, especially when there's so much advanced technology out there, you know, AI tracking, you know, obviously you can shoot up to 125 frames per second with some of these amazing cameras that are out there and make, you know, obviously the professional or the enthusiastic or the, you know, hobbyist that likes to have that type of gear that makes their shooting experience a lot more easier, more efficient and stuff like that. Why shoot it in 2024? Well, why not? You're seeing a lot of professionals actually pick up film cameras as well too, you know, so they can kind of document their daily life and stuff like that. Sometimes I've been hearing them, a lot of them be like, hey, you know, they get so caught up in doing projects and doing work for clients, but they're not really creating from themselves anymore. And film photography has there's a resurgence of it, you know, because it brings this nostalgic feel back to it and the experience, but it also, you know, what it's doing for some of the professionals that have picked up film camera again, whether if it's for their personal work or adding even to some of their client workflow, you know, it's making it to shoot photography fun again. And I love the experience of shooting film. Today we're gonna talk about just that, you know, how to actually get into film photography in 2024. Let's start off at 35mm first. So like I said, I like to shoot a lot of Nikon cameras. I started with Canon. We have here the popular Canon AE1, which is a great camera to start off with. It was one of the most popular consumer cameras of its time, incredibly easy to shoot. The AE1 program as well too, it's gonna have some electronic features that you can go on there, put it in program mode, and you can kind of let it rip, you know, once you load your film. And one of the easiest ways as well too, other than grabbing a disposable, is grabbing like a small point and shoot, something that you can actually reuse. And like a Yashica T4 will be simple. They're very small as well too. A lot of people like these small point and shoots because one, they can fit in your pockets. They can fit in small bags. They're not very intrusive. You know, once you turn it on and the lens comes out, you can take them to like, you know, different types of scenarios, hanging out with your friends, parties, you know, maybe going to sport events, concerts. And it's not a very intrusive camera, so it doesn't draw a lot of attention, so you can document whatever you want to document. Your film is going to depend on different, you know, scenarios that you're shooting. Are you shooting, you know, at daylight? Are you shooting on a sunny day, on a cloudy day? Are you shooting, you know, at nighttime? Are you shooting indoor? So, you know, a safe way to kind of have a safe film stock to always shoot is always getting a box of 400 speed film, whether if it's, you know, 400 black and white, or if it's, you know, 400 in color. You know, here's some Cinestill 400D. They make Kodak also makes a 400 film stock. That's kind of like right in the middle, and it's a very safe place to actually choose, because believe it or not, if you were to load this into this point and shoot that has a flash, you can actually still shoot it at nighttime and stuff like that. So it's very safe to do that. You know, you can shoot lower speed film too, that, you know, when on a sunny day, like, you know, 50 ISO, 100 ISO, 200. I love to shoot a lot of Kodak Gold. It's actually my go-to daylight film stock. I love the you know, the emotion and the aesthetic that it's given us there. And then once you start getting into something like Portra 800, that's, you know, we're going now into a little bit closer to like sunset, you know, that type of hour, you know, golden hour, where you're starting to lose a lot of light and stuff like that. And it's great too for some night photography and stuff like that. Choosing your film stock, you know, you just gotta, you know, determine whether you want to shoot black and white or you want to shoot color. I always suggest, anytime a new customer comes in and they're like, hey, what should I shoot? They're picking up their first film camera. I'm like, hey, you should shoot one black and white roll and one color, and that way you can kind of start, you know, experimenting with that as well too. One of the things, you know, like I said, we wanted to make this video because we wanted just to make a quick little guide and how to get into film photography in 2024. And I'm going to show you really quick how to actually load your cameras. It's incredibly really easy. We help customers here all the time. The point and shoots are a lot easier because you can open them up right? Most of them will come with like a little clip here, and it's actually very easy to load. So you'll take your 35mm negative, you're gonna put it in here, and then you always want to watch out. Some film cameras will have like an orange little tab here or a little lid. Be careful not to overload that reel. So I like to do it right at the edge, just a little bit over that lid, because what ends up happening sometimes if you overload your film, your camera actually won't take it. So if I do it right at the edge, there it is, it took it. On the Yashica, it should give you a number there. So this one, it says it defaulted to number 1, which is loaded 30, a film roll in there that has 36 shots. So film normally comes in 24 and 36. We normally here at our shop sell the 36 exposures, so that way you can get a little bit more. Once it's loaded, turn it on, and you're pretty much ready to go. Some point and shoots are pretty straightforward. This one is just gonna have your shutter speed here, your shutter button here. That's how you would take a photo. So if I was gonna take a photo of Heido back there filming, there it is. It actually is an automatic, so it knows like we're in low light setting, and it pretty much flashed at him because we're in here. Now, if this one does have a flash little button here, and what that means is that you can go into different flash settings here. You can even turn it off if you wanted to, depending on where you're at, And then a lot of times, some of these point and shoots will also come with a little small timer. That little timer there, usually if you click on it, some of them will have multiples. This one has a 10-second timer. Looks like it also has a 2-second timer. And normally those are the default. But there it is, it's starting to count down there here from 10 seconds. So you can set it up on a tripod or something, and let it rip from that. There you go. There's your self timer there. Let's move on here to the popular Canon A1, which is, if you were gonna actually take a class in your high school or your college where they're teaching photography, it's really cool because here in Houston, people that are taking photography courses, they're actually making them shoot on film in their first semester, and I think that's really great. So how to load this guy? Well, you're gonna basically, this little knob here, it's gonna have a little lip here. We're gonna lift that up, and as we lift it all the way up, it's gonna basically push the door out. I'm gonna put it here, and that door opens, and we're able to have that open here to shoot our film. So I'm gonna load the load here. I like to load it, then I make sure that the spool here, where you the rotating spool here, knob, I like to push it down so that way make sure it locks the roll. And then what I do, I like to extend it out, and I'm gonna put it in this first little opening here. Then I will slightly notice that I actually will have my thumb here, and I'll leave it resting there, and to make sure it actually catches in the teeth. In the reel, there's gonna be some little, in the sprockets, that's what it's called. You're gonna have some teeth there that should sit right in place. And as I advance it, I will leave my index finger on there just to make sure it grabs it, right? And there you go. Once you see it grab like that, you're pretty much in a safe place. Once you load it and you advance that first advance, I'll close it up. One of the things that I actually like to do is I will rotate it this way just to kind of tighten it up a little bit. You'll feel it. I'll put the spark in here, and then I'll advance, I'll shoot it. And then most of the time you're gonna advance it up to 2 times, 3 times, depending on the camera. Here it's already at 0. And I do like to take that first shot at 0. That way you can get one of those cool shots first of the roll, if you wanted to do something like that. But yeah, that's how you load your film into your 35mm camera there. Here you go, you're ready to go. Once that you have it advanced, now you want to set, that was 400 superior that we loaded on there. You want to be able to set that ASA or ISO, and each camera is going to have a different way of doing it. But here in the A1, you lift this knob, and then you'll be able to change your film speed. Since we loaded 400, we're going to want to make sure that that's at 400. So now we're ready to shoot that. We have the box speed correct. Okay, now that you got your film loaded into your camera, you're pretty much ready to go. Go have some fun, go document your friends, go shoot something that you're into or something that you've never done before, you know, go out there and experiment. And now, what do you do after you're finished, right? You wanna be able to go drop off that film at your local lab here in Houston. We have up to like, maybe 5 or 6 film labs here now. You know, it's really cool. Shout out to the team out there at Flats. I personally like to use Flats. They're located in the Montrose area. There's Real Quick in 2nd Ward. Kingwood Photos still around in the Kingwood area, you know, and of course, you know, you can always ship your stuff up to thedarkroom.com if you want to do that as well too. I personally like to, you know, support local as much as I can, and you know, who really does a lot of my film is gonna be Flats here in town, and every once in a while we'll ship to the darkroom here and there. But you know, go out and drop that off. Each lab is gonna have a different turnaround time, you know, depending on you. They'll have their instructions and all the cool information on their Instagram or their website and stuff like that. So, you know, you'll be able to drop it off. They'll develop it, they'll scan it for you, and they'll also be able to send you a link. If you wanted to do something like where, hey, I want to learn how to develop it yourself, you can buy that chemistry here locally in our shop. We're gonna touch base in another episode how to develop, hey, film at home, you know, using the chemistry that's available, and that'll be a whole different episode in itself. So go shoot some film. Film is not dead. It's surely alive. There's a resurgence for a reason. You know, just go have some fun and actually create some cool photos. I really want to emphasize on that. You know, hey, subscribe and like on our YouTube channel. If you can, share it. We want to be able to grow that online community. You know, for us, it's not about the likes and how many subscribers, but we really want to be able to grow that community and let people know that we're here to help out, you know, and we want to be able to create some cool videos for you guys here in the future.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and come visit us at the Houston Camera Exchange, 5900 Richmond Avenue.